Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Muralidhar Reddy. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect. In this video, we are going to discussing about integrating SonarQube with Jenkins. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right, here we have a Jenkins.techworldwithmurali.in and also we have installed the SonarQube.techworldwithmurali.in as well. Okay, now what you have to do? First, we need to be install SonarQube. We already installed, and then we need to install the plugins. One is related to Git, Maven, SonarQube plugin. Okay, now we'll be install these three. For that one, go to here, go to the Manage Jenkins. Inside the Manage Jenkins, we have a Manage Plugins option. Go here, Plugins, and here you can see that first go to the install plugins. The reason in real time, right? Sometimes you or your team member might be already installed the plugins. That's why when you are installing any new plugin, try to check install plugins. Okay. Now here I'm giving that Git plugin. Git plugin is already installed, and also I'm going with the Maven integration plugin. Maven integration plugin also fine, and also SonarQube Scanner plugin. If you see here, SonarQube Scanner plugin also already installed. And then now what you have to do? We need to configure both Maven and Jenkins in the manage Jenkins options. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? First, we need to configure the tools Maven. For that one, go to the tools, and then you can come down little bit. Here we have a Maven installations. You can select this one, and here you can. I'm giving that Maven 3.9.9, and here the latest version is Maven 3.9.9 only. Remember, in real time, we won't be use the latest version. Okay. And here we selected that install automatically. If you select this one, install automatically, when you run the Jenkins job during that time, it is automatically download and then it will be installed this particular one. And in case, if you already installed the Maven in this particular Jenkins server, then here you can give it the path, example /opt/Maven like this. Depends on your use cases. But in our case, I haven't installed Maven in Jenkins server. That's why just I'm giving here install automatically. Okay. Now here you can apply, save it. Okay, super. This part is clear, right? Now what you have to do? Next, we need to configure the SonarQube as well. Go to the system, manage Jenkins system, and then you can search with Sonar. We can search with Sonar. If you see here, SonarQube Scanner, and then you can come down, and here we need to add SonarQube, and then here you can give any name. Example, I'm giving here SonarQube. Okay, this particular name will be visible in the Jenkins job. That's why we need to mention here. You can mention anything, your wish. Okay, now here you can come down, and here you can see, right, server URL. Now what you have to do? Go here. This is our Jenkins URL. Now you can copy this one and you can paste here. Okay, don't give that to // just remove that one. Okay, clear, right? Sometimes if you are practicing using public IP and colon port number, right, then what you have to do here, you need to give the just HTTP or HTTPS, whatever, public IP colon port number. Okay, understand, right? But in our case, it is DNS name. That's why we mentioned this one. In real time, we always go with the DNS name only, insta public or private IP colon port number. Okay, and then here you can see that server authentication token. Here you have to remember one of the most important thing, SonarQube, it won't be support username with password. It will support only token. For that one, now you can click add and then Jenkins. Now, where can we get that particular token? Before going to do right, here what you have to do, here you can select this secret test. When you select the secret test, here you need to provide that the particular token. Where can we get that particular token? So for that one, right, now you can go here where we need to go. Okay, we can go here in the SonarQube. Remember one thing, currently I have logged in with our admin user. Okay, now you can go with my account and go to the security, and here you can generate the token. Here example, I'm giving that using the particular name is Jenkins, generate, and here it is generated the token. Here you have to remember, once you refresh this page, this particular token you can't able to see it. So that's why please store it this particular token somewhere securely. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm giving here And then here I'm giving that SonarQube-create. And then here I can give that SonarQube-create, and then you can add it. Now, once you add it, right, if you see here you can able to see it. Here you have to remember, again, I'm repeating, in case if you give the username with password, right, you can't see that particular one. Then that's why I'm saying, don't give the username with password. You have to give the just token only. And one more thing, remember, in real time, we won't be give the our username, our user token. It means, like, example, if you are working, you will get one username, right? Using username, you will be logging to the SonarQube. The particular username related token we won't be declared. The reason, in case if you left the organization, the particular tokens won't be work. That's why what we will do, we'll be create the common account. That is, we can call it as a service account. Okay, from that particular service account, we'll be generate the token. The particular token will be declared here. Okay, clear? And now apply, save it, and then you can come down a little bit. If you want, you can check the advanced level. This part is not required. Just save it, apply. Okay, super. Now you can save this one. This part is clear, right? Configuring Maven and also SonarQube is done, completed. Now what is the next one? We need to create the Jenkins job. We need to build that, and then we need to generate the SonarQube report. For that one, right, you can go here. In our case, we are taking sample application, that is user registration. It will be generate the jar file. Okay, it will be generate the jar file. And then what we will do, we'll be integrate with SonarQube in the particular Jenkins job, and then we'll be generate the report as well. Okay, now what you have to do, go here, and here we have a user registration folder. This we can call it as a microservice. Select this one, and here we can see that we have a build job and we have a build-jfrog job. Okay, now what you have to do, I'm going to create a one job. I'm mentioning like build-sonar. Here you have to remember one thing, build job, it contains clone the repository, build the code, generate jar or war file, pushing that artifact in JFrog or Nexus, and also generating the SonarQube report. Everything we can call it as a build tool only. But why I'm giving that -SonarQube? For practicing purpose, to understand. That's why I'm giving that. So build-sonar. Okay, SonarQube. Now you can click the new item. Okay, and then here you can give it build-SonarQube. Okay, SonarQube, and here you can select the freestyle job, and then you can come down a little bit and copy from right here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give it here. Build job, because in build job, right, we already configured everything. It means like clone the repository, build the code. It is completed. Again, you don't require to configure step by step. That's why I'm copying from build job. Now you can click this one. Okay. Now it is copying from build job to build-SonarQube. Okay. Now if you see here, parameterized one already came, and also you can come down a little bit. Git project as well, that is user registration, and also authentication, that is fine. And also you can come here with the branch name $ we are calling from that particular parameterized one. Okay, now we can come down, and here we mention that specific question, and we mention that clean package. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the job, whether it is generating the jar or not, we can verify it. Okay, build with parameters, and then click this one. Remember, when you are setting up a freestyle job, right, every time we won't be set up from scratch. Just copy from existing job, and we will be do the modification based on our requirement. Okay, now I can go here. It is going on. Super. Let's say one. Okay, it is going on. Yeah, build success, and it generated the jar as well. Okay, clear, right? Any questions now? Any questions? Now what you have to do? Clone the repository is completed. Build the job is completed. Now what you have to do? We need to integrate the SonarQube. For that one, go here, configure. Okay, and then come down a little bit in build section only. Here you can click that add build step, and here you can see that search with SonarQube. Sonar. If you see here, execute SonarQube Scanner, right? Now you can select this one. Now here, if you see here, JDK, it will be used that inherent from job only. Okay, default JDK, it will be used. And the next one, right? SonarQube Scanner. Here also you need to add your SonarQube Scanner plugin. That inside the pom.xml will be defined. The plugin you have to be define. For that one, what I'm going to do, select the global tool configuration, select the global tool configuration, and here you can come down, search with Sonar. Yeah, if you see here, SonarQube Scanner installation, add, and then here you need to give that example I'm giving here, SonarQube. Okay, SonarQube, and here you need to specify the specific Maven central version. Remember, this is not the SonarQube version. This is the plugin related version. Okay, now you can select this specific one. Yeah, we have selected. Example, I have selected the latest one. Depends on use cases, we'll be select the specific version. Okay, now you can apply, save it. Now what I'm going to do, just apply, save it again, this job as well. I'm going to open again, configure. Okay, now you can come down little bit. Yeah, if you see here, currently you are not seeing any error related to that one, correct? You're not seeing any related, error related to the specific one. Earlier we faced this particular we configure, so now you are not seeing. And here most important, path to project properties. In SonarQube, we have a properties. Those properties we can define inside that GitHub repo, and then we can define that particular path. Example, sonar.properties file name. Inside the sonar.properties file name will be declared there, and then inside the GitHub we will be create the file, and then will be declared there. That is the one option. Second option, we can directly declare the analysis properties instead of declaring the inside the GitHub. Usually recommended way is always define that sonar.properties file inside the Jenkins job only instead of declaring directly here. Okay, now I'm going to show you that. Now you can edit this, and here you can see, right? Here you can see the sonar.properties, and here you can see the first one is project key. What is the project key? Once you generate the report, right? When you go and check it in the SonarQube, okay, it will be inside the projects. Here you can see that when you select the specific project, right? Here you will get that URL, the specific project URL. That is the project key. Okay, and the project name, right? When you click this project, here it will be displayed. This is, we can call it as a project. Okay, whatever you are mentioning that, the specific one. In our case, it is user-registration. That's why we mentioned this one. Okay, next one, report.xml enable. Yes, we have enabled true. Okay, and then source code, where is source code is available. If you give the star, it will be check that current directory for inside the subdirectories, everything. Okay, and project version. Project version is nothing but we can call it as a snapshot. Yes, same snapshot version if you want, you can mention, or just you can mention that 1.0 as well, your wish. And the binaries, wherever binaries is available, right? You have to mention that particular binaries path. Okay, and then languages, whether Java, Node.js, whatever. Okay, and source coding UTF-8 only. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to define this one. Okay, now I can go here. I'm going to define directly here. Later I can define the same properties inside that GitHub, and then we can build that particular one. And here you can see that if you have any additional arguments, you can pass it. If you want to be define any JVM options, you can define here. Okay, now you can apply, save it. Okay, now we have done that. Go to the build with the parameters, and here you can see the branch name and build this particular one. Let's see. Now what will happen? It will clone the repository, and then it will build the code, and then it will connect to the SonarQube, and then it will be generate the report. Let's see whether it is generated or not. Okay. If you see here, whatever we mentioned, if you remember, we mentioned that specific plugin, right? SonarQube Scanner CLI related one. That specific version is downloaded. And then here you can see that whatever SonarQube URL and password is coming, the token is taken from there. And then here we mentioned the project key, this one, and then project name, this one, and also issue HTML1 and language, what is that? Everything, project version, and also source code, binaries as well. Okay, everything clear, right? Now if you come down a little bit, and here we can see the SonarQube CLI version, this one, and Java 17, and then everything you can see it here. And then you can come down a little bit. And here it is failing because of we mentioned that specific this one binaries, right? If you go little, if you go and check it here, right? This particular binary path we mentioned. Here you have to remember, we took that sample application, that is a microservice one. That's why it is this is not expecting that. But in real time, right? If you have any binaries, you have to mention. But in our case, our user reference registration, we don't have. That's why what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that one. Now you can go to the Jenkins job. Okay, go to the configure. Just I wanted to show you the error. That's why I have mentioned. Okay. Now you can come down a little bit. Yeah, here we can see that. Just I'm removing the binaries part, and then you can go here, apply, save it. Super. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to build with parameters and branch name this. Just click this one. Let's see. Now you can go here. Now here we can verify this one. Okay, it is going on. And here you have to remember this particular key should be expecting when you are building. Okay, when you are generating the report. We don't have any binary specific path. That's why I mentioned that dot current directory. Okay, fine. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this, save it. Now I will be, again, I'm repeating, guys. Earlier we deleted this one, right? Instead of deleting, just I have removed this binary path. Just I have mentioned the dot. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, now you can go here, build with parameters, and then branch name this one. Now you can click build. Okay. Now if you see here, build is going on. Let's see what is happening. Okay. Again, I'm repeating. You may confuse. What I did earlier, I have removed this particular one, but instead of removing, it was expecting. It is mandatory this field. Okay. Just instead of giving dot/binaries, just I have removed binary. Just I mentioned the dot. Okay. Fine. Now you can see here. Go up a little bit. Now if you see here, yeah, everything's done. And here it is generated the analysis is successful. And also here we can see that execution success. It took around this specific time. Okay, 8 seconds. Now here you can go with this one, or else you can go with the SonarQube. Earlier we don't have any project, right? When you click this one, and here we can see that just now it is generated the report, and here we can see that one. Okay. Now here you can click this one, and this is our user FN registration. And whatever we mentioned that this one project key, right? This is our project key. Whatever you mentioned the project key, it is coming here. Okay. And here we can see that this is our project name. Okay. What is the branch name? The branch name is master branch. And here we can see that whether it is passed or not, here it will be displayed. All conditions passed. And here we can see that is there any new bugs, vulnerabilities, everything it will be displayed. And here you have to remember, code coverage, it is not covering. The reason, whatever we have this user FN registration, we don't have any code coverage related one. We haven't declared that Jacago plugin. That's why it is not generated the report. Okay. It was not generated the report. Fine. Now you can go here. This one. Okay. Overall code. Here we can see the total 40 bucks. Okay. C means critical. Okay. Yeah. And 0 vulnerabilities. And also here we can see that code coverage is only 0%. The reason we haven't integrated the Jacago plugin. That's why. And here we can see the total 49% of duplications. Okay. Understand that? 8 duplicated blocks, everything. Remember, until generating the report, it is taken care by DevOps team. Later, right? Whatever we are seeing that duplications, everything will be taken care by developer only. Okay. We don't want to be worry on the specific one. Okay. And here we can see that whether it is passed or not, whether it is failed, and here it will be displayed. In reliability, here we can see that A, B, C, D specific one. And the security, right? Vulnerabilities, here we can see that it will be display everything. Okay. And then you can see it here. Security review, what is the 80% or 70%, it will be display, depends on that one. Okay. And code coverage also it will be display, how much duplications, maintainability, everything it will be display here. Okay. Clear, right? Any questions here? Just you can click this one again. Let's see, is there any other things? Okay, now you can click this one 40, and here we can see the type of bug or vulnerability or code smell. When go with the bugs, right? Click this one, and these are the bugs. And here we can see that, sorry, click this bug, and here you can see the type, right? Whether it is bug or whether it is vulnerability or whether it is code smell. And here it is most important, the specific condition, whether it is major, minor, critical, and info. Depends on this one, right? What will happen? It will be developer will take the decision whether we need to be modify these changes or not. Okay. And the next one, right? Open. Whether it is resolved as fixed, whether resolve as false positive. Okay. Depends on this one will be confirmed here. And also here, most important, developer, they will be assigned this particular specific task to the specific engineer. Okay, here it will be display the users. The reason in real time we'll be having the multiple users. Either will be create a manually or will be integrated with any AD Active Directory. Here we can see that. Example here will be type it like Murli. Currently we don't have, just I'm telling. Okay, and is there any comments? Here we can see that. Clear, right? Any questions? These are the things. And again, I'm repeating, severity, we have a blocker, minor, critical, major, info. Info, minor, that is fine. But when it comes to that critical, major, right? Developer, they will take the action immediately. Okay, that is depends on project to project, guys. We don't do anything in terms of coding part here. Just our responsibility is we need to generate the report. Is there any builds failing, right? Related to SonarQube, we need to take the actions, and also code coverage also. Code coverage in our case, why not generated code coverage? It is showing 0%. The reason we haven't integrated the Jakarta plugin as well. That's why. Okay. And here we can search code, whether it is a test code or main code. Everything is main code only. And here we can see the total everything. Okay. Any questions here? And then here can go with the security horse. Here, okay, that is we don't require. Go to the code. Here we can see that SRC and target pom.xml total lines of code, how many bugs we have. Okay, whether it is pom.xml, we don't see any bugs. And when go to the target directory, here we have 20 bugs. Okay, everything you can see it here. Understand that? Go to the activity, and here we can see the when it was done and what is the version. Everything you can able to see it when what time we have done this particular one. Everything. And also in case if you want to be delete your project, you can do that. If you want to be change any settings, right, you can do that. Clear, right? Any questions here? And here you can click this. This is the project information. Total how many lines of code? Our user registration total 6 to 1. Okay. Do we have any quality get used or specific one? Here it will be displayed. Everything. Okay. Any questions now? Okay, super. Now I have to showcase one thing. Earlier, as I said, inside the Jenkins job, we have configured the specific properties, right? Analysis properties. Come down. Yeah, come down a little bit. And here you can see, right? Usually inside the Jenkins job, we won't be configured. The reason, in case if we configure here, if someone is deleted and saved it, we can't revert back. That's why what we'll do, we always define that particular sonar properties file inside the GitHub, wherever. Okay. And then we will be define that particular path. Example, here we have a user registration main branch, right? And here I'm going to create the file, create a new file. And then here you can give it sonar.properties. Okay. Now here you can declare your properties file. Again, I'm repeating sonar.properties, and here I have declared this one. Now you can save it. Now here I'm committing in the main branch only directly. For practice purpose, we can do that directly, but in real time, right? Always recommended to raise the PR and merge it. Okay. And here you can give it sonar.properties. Remember, this particular sonar.properties is available in the main path only. That's why just you are giving this one. In case sonar.properties file is available inside this SRC folder, then what you have to do? Here you need to give it src slash. You have to give it src slash like this. Okay, understand, right? Now what you have to do? Go apply, save it. Okay, super. Now I'm going to with build with parameters, and here you can see the branch name, main branch, and then build now. Click the build now. Let's see, and here you can see that build is going on. Now what is happening? The particular SonarQube related configuration, it is reading from this particular sonar.properties only. Okay, and now I will show you where it is exactly. If you go up little bit, yeah, if you see here, sonar.properties. Okay, clear, right? Any questions now? the settings are the specific one, sonar properties. From here it is reading, and then it is generated the report. Come down a little bit, it is generated the report, everything's fine. If you go and check it here as well, again, it is generated, it with the particular one. Okay, again, I'm repeating, guys, code coverage in real time, we'll be maintaining 80%, 90%, depends on project to project. Currently, it is not showcasing 0%. The reason we haven't integrated the Jenkins plugin, that's fine. Okay, clear, right? Any questions now? Fine. And one more thing, remember, usually some of the organizations will be having the separate SonarQube job. The particular job will be run it every 6 hours. Okay, every 6 hours or 12 hours or every 1 day, every week will be run the SonarQube job to generate the report. Some of the project, right? Whenever they are doing the build, during that time, this SonarQube steps also integrate, and then every time it will be do that. Okay, depends on project to project, guys. Okay, usually recommended way is we can say like sometimes every build we require. The reason we wanted to see that report. Okay, whatever I have written that example, I'm a developer. I have written whatever, right? I wanted to see that every build we can get it right. But if you integrate with every build, right, it will take a little bit time to generate the report, everything. That's it will take a lot of time for the particular build part, generating the build. Okay, generating the bill means usually in real time we'll be having that one build job, as I said earlier, clone the repository, build the code, and SonarQube will be integrated. It will be generated. Then we'll be create the Docker image, and then we'll be put the particular Docker image to either AWS CCR or Docker Hub. So it will, if you integrate with SonarQube, right? Sonar currently in this our user FM registration, this is a small project. That's why it is completed within 8 to 10 seconds. But in real time, right, the specific repository, the particular project, it is more lengthy. Then it will take 5 to 10 minutes to generate the report as well. That's why when you do the build job, right, it will take. That's why some of the project, right, every time SonarQube related one, they won't be include every build job. What they will do, they will be create a separate SonarQube job, and then every week or every 6 hours, 12 hours, every 1 day, will be trigger the job automatically. We'll be set up that Coliseum or build periodically, depends on use cases. Okay, clear, right? Any questions now? One more thing you have to remember, whatever we discuss, build job, okay, and generate jar file and pushing to Nexus or JFrog and generating the SonarQube report, everything we done through freestyle job, right? If you understand freestyle job, you can easy to set up that Jenkins pipeline using Jenkins file. That's why you should be aware of. But one more thing, remember, in real time, freestyle job we won't be using. We always measure to 99% of the organizations, they will be use that pipeline job only. That is, we'll be write the Jenkins file and we will be do that. Okay, but you may ask question why I have covered here. There are two reasons. One reason is if you understand freestyle job, you can easy to understand the pipeline job. That is the one thing. Second thing is in interview level, they may ask the question, do you aware of freestyle job? How you can set up? Okay, if they ask, you should be, you have to be tell the answer, right? That's why you have to be aware of this particular one. And again, I'm repeating, freestyle job in real time, we won't be using it. We're always using that pipeline only. Very few years back, right, when Jenkins pipeline is not came, during that time, all around 5 to 6 years back, okay, we were using freestyle job only. But after came to that pipeline related one, currently, mostly we are using this particular, what is that? Pipeline. Okay, we'll be discuss that pipeline part later, but just for FYI, you have to be aware. Okay, understand that? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Any questions now? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram. And also, we have a Tech Call with Murali YouTube channel. You can subscribe here to get more updates. And also, we have a Tech Call with Murali website here. In this website, I already published all the DevOps related courses. If you want, you can come here and you can enroll it. Here we have a different plans, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year lifetime access plan. Okay. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next video.